My name is Abdul Rahim Suleiman. I am 32 years old as I share this story. The events that changed my life began on March 18, 2015. That was the day everything I believed started to shake. It was the day fear entered my home in a way I had never seen before. It was also the day my long journey away from the life I knew truly began. I was born in a small town in Afghanistan. My family was known for strict religious devotion. My father was a respected Islamic teacher in our community. He studied in a religious school for many years and later became an instructor who trained young boys in Islamic law and discipline. People greeted him with honor. They listened when he spoke. My mother did not attend formal school for long, but she memorized many religious teachings. She managed our home with strong order and silence. She believed obedience was the greatest virtue a child could have. She told me through her actions that questioning elders was the same as rebellion. I was the second of 5 children. From the age of 5, my life followed a strict routine. I woke before sunrise. I attended madrasa, an Islamic religious school, where I memorized scripture for hours. After that, I went to a local public school where I learned basic subjects like mathematics and reading. Education in my home was important, but religion always came first. My father showed me that a man must defend his faith with strength. He revealed to me that weakness brought shame to the family. He taught me that loyalty to Islam was more important than personal feelings. At a young age, I learned to silence my doubts. In our house, laughter was rare. Discipline was common. Mistakes were corrected with harsh words and sometimes physical punishment. I was taught that pain built character. I believed it. As I grew older, men began visiting our home at night. They spoke in low voices. They discussed politics, war, and foreign soldiers in our land. I was not allowed to sit with them, but I listened from a distance. My father later explained that real men protect their religion from enemies. By the time I turned 15, my world had become narrow. My friends were boys who believed exactly what I believed. We were told that the outside world hated us. We were told that sacrifice was honorable. Then March 18, 2015 arrived. That day, I witnessed violence in a way that no teaching had fully prepared me for. I saw fear in my mother's eyes for the first time. I saw anger in my father that was deeper than before. Something happened in our community involving armed men and suspicion of betrayal. I will explain more in the next chapter, but that moment planted a seed of confusion inside me. At first, I tried to ignore it. I repeated what I had been taught. I convinced myself that doubt was weakness. But inside, something had started to move. I did not know that this small seed of doubt would one day cost me my home, my family, and my safety. The day persecution entered my life did not begin with shouting or fighting. It began quietly. I was 17 years old. It was early morning when I saw 2 men standing near our house. The air felt heavy, like something bad was about to happen. I walked slowly inside after returning from school. My mother was sitting very still. She showed me fear in her eyes even before speaking. She told me that soldiers had visited our town searching for people they called traitors. She revealed to me that some neighbors were arrested. She said my father had gone out to speak with community elders. That was the beginning of 5 days of fear. During those days, my father became more serious. When he looked at me, his eyes were tired. He told me through his behavior that I must stay inside and avoid speaking about what I heard outside. I stayed mostly in my small sleeping room. I listened to distant sounds of children playing outside, but I was not allowed to join them. The world outside felt far away. At night, I heard my parents speaking in low voices. My mother showed me sadness in the way she walked slowly around the house. She prepared food without talking much. Sometimes she looked at me as if trying to protect me from something invisible. On the third day, 2 armed men came to our house. They did not smile. They stood like people carrying heavy anger inside their hearts. They told my father that our family must show complete loyalty to the community. They revealed that suspicion was growing around people who were seen talking to foreigners or different religious groups. I sat on the floor while they spoke. My hands felt cold. My heart beat fast, like a small bird trapped inside a closed box. After they left, my father showed me seriousness in the way he spoke. He told me that our family must be strong. He revealed that if I heard strange teachings from outsiders, I must reject them immediately. He did not shout, but the weight of his words felt like a stone placed inside my chest. That night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about fear, loyalty, and truth. I remembered how people were punished in our community if they were suspected of leaving the faith they were born into. I felt trapped between love for my family and the small questions growing quietly inside my heart. I did not tell anyone, but deep inside me, something was already changing. I did not know that my life was slowly walking toward a road that would separate me from everything I knew. I was 18 years old when the thing I feared most began to happen inside my heart. It started as a small sadness I could not explain. I still attended school and madrasa, but sometimes my mind drifted away during lessons. When teachers spoke about defending our faith with violence, my chest felt tight. I tried to push the feeling away, but it returned like a whisper in a quiet room. One evening, after returning from school, I sat alone behind our house near the old wall where dry grass grew. That was the first time I met the man who would change my life. He was a traveler passing through our town. He sat near me and spoke gently. He showed me kindness in the way he listened when I spoke about school and life. I did not feel fear around him, even though strangers were usually dangerous in our community. He revealed to me that he was a follower of Jesus. When he spoke about Jesus, he did not speak with anger or pressure. He told me through simple words that Jesus loved people who were afraid, lonely, or rejected. He showed me stories of mercy, forgiveness, and peace. Something inside my heart became restless. I started asking small questions inside myself. I wondered why faith should bring fear instead of peace. For several days, I secretly met the traveler near the old wall where dry grass grew. He spoke slowly and kindly. He showed me how his faith helped him forgive people who hurt him. He revealed to me that he once lived in fear, but later found peace inside his heart. I did not immediately believe him, but I listened. One night, I returned home feeling heavy inside my chest. My mother showed me worry in the way she looked at me. She told me through her silence that she felt something was changing inside me. I began spending more time alone. I stopped speaking loudly in class. My friends noticed. One of them revealed to me that people were watching those who talked with strangers about religion. Fear started growing again. But something else was growing too. I began feeling that God was not someone who wanted people to live inside terror. The thought frightened me because I had been taught that questioning such ideas was dangerous. One night, while lying on my sleeping mat, I felt tears coming from my eyes, even though I did not know why I was crying. I felt like 2 worlds were fighting inside my heart. One world was my family, my home, and everything I had known since childhood. The other world was a quiet voice telling me that maybe mercy was stronger than violence. I did not tell my father. I did not tell my mother. I only continued meeting the traveler sometimes, listening more than speaking. Deep inside, I felt that my life was standing at the edge of a decision I was not ready to make. And I was afraid, because I knew that choosing a new path might break everything I had ever called my own. I was 19 years old when my secret meetings with the traveler became known. I did not plan for people to discover it. One morning, while I was returning from the old wall behind our house, I saw two young men standing near the road. They looked at me with cold eyes. One of them told me that people were talking about me in the town. He showed me anger in the way he spoke. He revealed that my name was being mentioned among those suspected of listening to foreign teachings. My heart felt heavy. That evening I saw my father sitting outside the house. His face was serious and tired. He did not speak to me immediately. Later, he told me through sad words that people were asking questions about my behavior. He showed me disappointment in the way he avoided looking directly into my eyes. He revealed that I must stop meeting the traveler. I felt fear, but inside me the quiet peace I had begun feeling was still there. 2 days later, something painful happened. Men came to our house at night. They spoke loudly outside. I heard my mother crying inside the house. I was taken outside and questioned about my meetings with the traveler. They searched my small room. They broke some of my books while checking inside them. They told my father that our family could face punishment if I continued following strange teachings. I was not beaten badly, but I was pushed hard and warned with angry voices. The fear in my mother's eyes hurt me more than physical pain. After that night, my life changed. My father told me I must leave the house for some time. He revealed that our community believed I was becoming a disgrace to our faith. My mother packed some clothes for me quietly. She showed me love in the way her hands moved slowly while folding my clothes. She did not speak much. Before I left, I sat near her. She revealed sadness in the way she touched my head, like when I was a small child. I walked away from my home with a small bag. The people in the town looked at me differently. Some avoided me. Some whispered when I passed. I found a small place to stay far from my family. The traveler helped me sometimes by showing me where I could find food or work. He revealed that following Jesus might bring suffering, but also peace inside the heart. I began attending a small gathering of believers in secret. We prayed quietly because fear was still around us. Sometimes I felt lonely at night. I missed my mother's cooking. I missed hearing my father's voice, even though he was angry with me. I missed my younger brothers and sisters. But I also felt a strange peace inside my heart that I had never felt when I was living in fear of punishment. People in the town sometimes insulted me when they suspected my new faith. Some boys threw small stones near where I lived, not to kill me, but to show rejection. They called me names and told me I had betrayed my birth faith. I did not fight them. I only walked away slowly. I learned that persecution is not always about blood or war. Sometimes it is about being lonely inside your own community. Sometimes it is about losing the smile of people you love. Sometimes it is about standing alone because your heart believes in a different truth. I do not know what tomorrow will bring, but I know that peace is not always where people shout the loudest. Now I want to speak to Christians across the world. Please pray for people who are persecuted because of their faith. Remember those who live in fear, who hide their belief, and who suffer rejection. If you are reading this and you want to turn away from sin and come to God, you can pray a simple prayer from your heart. God, I am sorry for my sins. I believe you love me. Please forgive me and give me a new heart. Help me live a life that pleases you. I want your peace inside my heart. Amen. Stay with love in your heart.